Recording.
All right, so I was talking about the choking aspect, right? And so that's something that I found out that my woman really loved to do, that she didn't even know, because she got with some dude who liked choking.
Right.
She was like, she found out, oh damn, I love the shit. I got turned on so hard, I came so hard. I didn't even know that I liked being choked.
Damn.
So I was like, well, damn, that's what's up. I said, hey, thanks for telling me. Now the next time if we having sex and we doing whatever and I want you to come, I already know what I can do. Boom.
There it is.
So that dude actually helped me please my woman in something and make my life a lot easier when it's like, oh, okay, I'm done. I know the tricks that I can do.
Right.
This is a button you push and all of a sudden she's like, oh.
That's it.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, all right, I'm done. All right, boom, choke you, boom, boom, she nuts. All right, we done.
Easy.
We in and out. And I'm thankful for that dude. You know, and I know I've done that for so many men on this earth.
Wow.
Because I've been the dude that took all that. Remember, I told you, like before, I looked at it like my obligation. It's my duty to be a good lover. I'm a man. So I started studying, learning how to learn a woman's body, and figure this stuff out, blah, blah, blah. So, of course, it wasn't as fun for me, but it was beneficial for them, right? So because I taught a lot of women, because sadly, you know, women are so repressed about their sexuality, they're shamed about their sexuality. A lot of them don't even know their own bodies and what they enjoy for themselves, so they can't even communicate to their partner. Right. Well, hey, I like this, I like it like that, right? She comes from a super Christian background, you know, you're not even supposed to think about sex, you're not supposed to enjoy sex, even with your husband, you know what I mean? So what happens when you get married now? You get living a sexless life, you know? So it's like, I've done that for so many women and vicariously for their men, like taught them how to appreciate, enjoy, understand their own bodies. Right. Like, hey, because they'll be asking, hey, well, what did you just do? What did you do? And I'll explain to them, this is what I did. I did this, I did that. I did this, I did that. You know, right. So if when you win your next dude or whatever, you can tell them this is what you like. I explained to them what I did. So It's not some enigma that they're gonna need me in order to get that experience.
Exactly.
Right? So and I've done that for countless.
Wow.
Right? So, you know, it's one of those things where I mean, one of my clients is a couple that they came to me for poly counseling and in their individual relationship counseling, right? But the reason why I had to make the distinction because they had issues within their relationship, and then they also wanted like, hey man, we want to try out this poly thing. Will you know, educate us? Whatever. Right. And it's the girl is my ex, right?
Oh wow.
And there's experiences that he's got to have with her because of what I taught her. Right? Like he got a better woman than I did.
Dang.
Because when we got together, she was here with her understanding of herself, her sexual expression, her communication, right. You know, her making people wrong, projecting her past. And by the time she left, she was upgraded. Right. So he got to meet her here.
You got to meet the upgraded version of her.
Upgraded version, right? And I'm thankful because I love her. I love her like sliced bread, man. Yeah. Like I love her, but I don't want to be with her, but I want her to be happy. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So I'm glad he's with her so that I don't have to be taking on that obligation, you know, being there for her in the ways that I don't really want to.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's, you know, these are some of the benefits of polyamory. Now,
continue. I'm just plugging in my computer.
Yeah. So one of the problems that come along with poly life is that you have to upgrade your communication skills. You have to upgrade your conflict management skills. You have to upgrade your inner dialogue, like how you deal with your own inner dialogue. You have to, because in a monogamous relationship, you might get away with being jealous because the other person will be like, okay, well, I won't go here and I won't go do these things to take care of you and your family and blah, blah, blah. And then that jealousy will still be in the relationship, festering, creating all kind of horrible experiences in the relationship. But you don't really got to confront it because, well, you're not in danger of losing them because they're committed to you and only committed to you, but it's not really commitment. Because commitment is commitment.
Yeah.
There's no divorce in commitment.
That's true.
Right? There's no divorce. If you're committed, you're committed. The minute you're divorcing, you're uncommitted.
Yeah, that's true though. You made vows.
Yeah, you made vows. Now you're not committed. So like commitment, exclusivity, marriage, all of these things, they don't equal the same thing.
Right.
Because if everybody was committed, once they got divorced, then there would never be, once they got married, then there would never be a divorce.
That's fact.
But we got divorces all the time.
Oh, what did I say? 50%, right?
Yeah, so it's like, yo, you're doing a crap shot here, bro. Like, the coin, is this going to be beneficial for you, or is it eventually going to be negative for you? You know what I mean? So that's one of them scenarios where like you don't get away with that. So whereas a person could go 15, 20 years in a relationship with their husband or their wife, having jealousy run their shit, run their show. You got to deal with that. You got to exercise that demon out of your space and deal with it every single time. You don't get to not be in communication or have no relationship to your word and have all of these relationships work out.
Right.
And you have a little bit of a cushion. Now here's the thing that's actually a little bit of a cushion that people don't realize about polyamory. It's like, well, like I can be honest with you because I know that you're not the be all and end all of my happiness.
Right.
So I got a little cushion. I can really tell you, hey, I'm not really feeling that. You know what? And because I do have this person over here that I like, hey, if I have to experience this experience, whether it's being connected to somebody, whether it's being intimate with somebody, whether it's just joking with somebody, I don't have to have that with you. So I can be free to be fully open with you.
Right. And you're not constricted because a lot of times in monogamous relationships, people stick with that one because they're like, oh, I gotta start all over. I gotta go find somebody. But this in polyamory is a little bit different because you got so many. It's like more options in a way.
Yeah, I mean, look, competition is beneficial in most cases.
Right.
Right. It makes that soccer player a better soccer player when he gets better competition. Realize, oh, I gotta get better. That's
facts.
Right? Like, hey, we get better treatment from a phone company once another company comes out that's offering the same services.
Facts.
Got to upgrade their antennas. They got to upgrade their service. Drop their prices a little bit. Who does that? Right? So, I mean, I stay on the hook because I know my woman is my woman, but I don't own her.
Right.
And she's free to go anytime that she wants. So right. I'm gonna keep my responsibility up. I'm not gonna let myself get away with making her wrong for something and treating her negatively for something that I'm projecting on myself. Like, yo, because she knows that, man, she can go. Now, is she gonna get something better than me? Absolutely not.
He's like, nah.
But am I gonna sabotage the relationship needlessly because of some fear of some other guy? No, that's right. A waste.
Right.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. Stop telling people this. No, you can't have your cake and eat it too. No, you just have to have, you gotta have 2 pieces of cake. And then you've got to work out twice as hard to work off that fat.
Right.
Right? So you can have your cake and you can eat it too by having 2 pieces of cake, but now instead of 1 mile, you gotta jog 2 miles.
Right.
It takes more work. You got to be willing to put in the work for all of these other extra curricular activities that you're going to be in.
Right. And that's something I was going to ask about because I know for a while I would always like talk to 3 or 4 women at a time. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of phone calls, a lot of dates, experiences. And so when you're doing polyamory, like when you're practicing that, you personally, have you always just had like two women, or has it been like 3 or 4? Because I know at the time when I would try and juggle, more than 2 women, it gets
it gets hectic, bro. It gets hectic. So the most amount of women that I've ever courted at one time was 4.
Wow.
Right. Now I wasn't in a committed relationship with each of them, but I was actively engaging in building a relationship or in the relationship, right? Okay. So, and the reason why is because, again, I'll bring you back to my awakening experience where I met God. I won't share the entire experience, but on the 4th day, I had so many revelations. I got to see the beginning of time and understand how work and how how God is everywhere at the same time, how time works in relationship to Him versus us, like so many things. You know, what Jesus is, who He is, how He is. You know what I'm saying, and how He is, why He's the most important, and why there's only one path. Like all of that stuff. But on the fourth day, and mind you, I couldn't even speak normally. I was speaking as like Yoda speak. It was very strange, but I was doing my channel because I didn't know if I was gonna make it out of the experience. So I was just trying to pass on the messages as much as I could to who was there. So on the fourth day, he says, you can have 4.
Wow.
And I was, mind you, by this time, I'm on the fourth day, I'm still recovering, you know, from and getting these visions and stuff like that, but I'm able to move around now.
Okay.
Because at first I was laid up, because I just laid out on the couch there, and I couldn't move, I couldn't get up, I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, like it was nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, like I was in and out of consciousness, in and out of life. Even there was points in times when like my body stopped breathing, my everything was shut off because I had to receive this. Like my brain had to shut off because I was receiving these like huge
deep
downloads. Like your brain will go, well, you know, it's too much information.
Yeah.
So I had to go into the spirit to be able to see these things that he was showing me, and then come back here.
Wow.
Right? But there was times I was disconnected from my body and my mind. Like it was shut off. I'd never experienced like mind not being there.
Yeah.
Like I was completely separated from my mind, and I was like, whoa, this is what like the outside is. Like this is what the outside is. Outside this universe. This is what it's like. And be like, whoa, it's so quiet and peaceful, but he's talking, but he does not need words. Perfect communication.
Wow.
It's communication. So anyways, on the fourth day, he's like, yeah, you can have 4. And I was like, God, I'm good. Like, I'm fine. At peace. I'm finally happy. I finally have this nirvana. Like, I don't even want to engage with another human being. Like, yo,
he's like, I'm chilling.
Like, I'm finally happy. Like, I'm obligated. Yes, and you can have 4. I said, yeah, God, but I'm good. Like, I'm happy with you. Like, I don't even need one. Like he said, yes, and you can have 4. And I was like, okay. Like, he changed the tone a little bit, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And God don't really repeat himself, but he will like reiterate to you so that you understand. Like, so he's saying it, but he's like letting you know, like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm telling you. He's not commanding me to have 4. I said you can have 4. Right? So at that point, I understood like that's my capacity. That's the capacity for me, for which I have the wisdom, the energy, the ability, right,
deal with that many at a time.
To deal with that many, and neither one of them will be compromised because of the number.
Oh, and does that have something to do with the day, the 4th day? Was that
no.
That's totally unrelated.
It was just a coincidence. Okay.
I
mean, I just remember like there were certain revelations that I got on each day, right?
Okay.
Like, and different levels of severity and things like that. And so by the 4th day, I was like coming back. I just remember I'm able to move around.
Yeah.
And the first 3 days I couldn't move around.
Wow.
Yeah, like bro. Like I understand why Moses' hair went white. Why when like anytime angels showed up, people in the Bible, they were terrified. You know what I mean? Like God is the hugest, most giant being in the universe. Imagine being a physical giant being that can accidentally sneeze and step on you like an ant. You know what I mean? So it's like, but at the same time, he's pure love. So it's like, it's so many dichotomies going on. It's like, yo, I get to speak and be around this being, but the power is just so immense. It's completely terrifying. It's like the most terrifying thing
I can imagine.
Like it's the only, like it's just, I've been around a lion, you know, and looking at that bit through the zoo thing, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if this thing wanted to do whatever it wanted to me,
it could.
There ain't no amount of, even if I have a knife, like stab, and that's gonna make me win. Like maybe we both die, but I die first. And maybe
easily.
But like, whoa! It's the power. It's just so much power, and then at the same time, you feel the presence of like completely present to how unworthy you are to be in that presence.
Right.
And so it's like, that's why the Bible says every knee shall bow. Like, yeah, you can be atheist all you want, bro. You got free will. You can be a Satanist. You can just jump to the opposite team. You can,
right.
You can do all these things. You can be a Hindu. You can worship whatever you want. But all y'all gonna bow, like everybody.
He's real.
Everybody gonna bow. It don't matter. Like none of those excuses are gonna be there because your brain's gone. So no excuses are there. Now it's just you, and you're fully present to every single thing because you have a higher capacity of being present at that moment. That's why your whole life flashes before your eyes and all that stuff like that. Like, yeah, your being doesn't have to remember sequentially.
Wow. So it just all
at once
rushes.
Yeah, you're completely present, and there's no circuits to overload, so you can get all of that information.
Wow.
So you're fully present. That's why there's not all the excuses that you make throughout the time for doing the shit that you ain't supposed to do, whatever. It's gone.
Man.
You're present that you were the one that said, don't listen to that.
Right.
And that you the one that chose not to listen to God. Like you were present to that. Like there's no more excuse. Oh, but it's just where I was, because my parents and, because of this thing, and I was molested, I was raped, and I was punched, and I was beaten up, and because somebody died, and because that's gone. That's just
none of that even matters in that.
It's gone. It's got free will. That's the other side of free will that people don't like. They don't like that part.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for every decision I made, no matter what somebody did, no matter what somebody told me to do. I'm responsible.
Right.
And now I gotta go before this perfect being that's just reminding me of the things that it was trying to help me to do the whole time while I was judging it.
Wow. That's something.
So it's like, yeah. So back to the polyamory aspect of it. When he said that, you can have 4, I got it, and at the same time, I was not interested, and I'm still today. I mean, yes, I have a queen. I love her, and I'm open to other relationships. I get the purpose why I can have 4.
Right.
Purpose why it'd be beneficial for them and for society through them, like while I'm leading them and all the benefits that they get from being with me, and what they can do and realize and all the purpose that they can fulfill because they have my support, they have my, I get it. I understand in the grand scheme of things, but selfishly, I don't want any of the stuff that comes with being responsible.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? Like, selfishly, like, do I want, like, yo, I want to be at home right now, chilling with my chickens, relaxing, having fun, doing whatever. Now I'm at our place, which is our place. It's our place, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like it here as much. I don't like this couch as much. I like my place.
I feel that.
Here, because here's cleaner. I was like, okay, well, she likes it here. It's not gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying? I don't get to be at home as much. I mean, and we're together. It's both of our homes now, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But and she likes there for there. But it's the bachelor pad. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Dishes in the sink. Ain't nothing put away. But I know where everything is. You know what I mean? So it's just we living in the both and world. It's not either or. We can do both. It's just like. Right. Selfishly though, like, there's responsibilities that come along with being with someone, and I don't have to deal with any of that when I'm not with someone.
Right.
I also don't get the benefits. But personally, I don't care. I'm really only opening myself up to women because I'm being obedient.
Right.
It's not my personal, right? And I do want to be obedient. So I guess that's where it falls in line.
Okay.
Right? It's inauthentic for me to be like, nah, I don't want no relationships at all, no matter what. I want good relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. I'm just gonna stand and be responsible for making sure that they're awesome and they're not just like, drainages of energy and time.
No, that's facts. That's
right.
I feel like that's super important. But would you say, like, as of now, because you're only with one woman right now?
Yes.
Would you do you prefer, like, as of right now, do you say you prefer one woman or you, I heard you say you were
yeah. I would say I prefer one woman more than 2.
Right.
It's like I prefer 2 more than 3. I prefer 3 more than 4.
I feel that.
And it's also the same. I prefer none more than 1. Like I really do. But it's like, it's not like God gave me the ability And he gave me the opportunity, and it's the least I can do is to be obedient to what he said. Because there's a reason why he said it. I realized why when I was courting this girl who was an atheist.
Wow.
We met on Tinder, and we went out and had sushi, right? Mm-hmm. And we were there and we're talking, and she was like, "Oh, and I saw the moment, like, bro, you know when a woman looks at you, and you can know the moment, like, yeah, she falling in love, bro. Like she's, right. I could tell, you know what I mean? Like she wants it. It's not love yet, it's not necessarily love yet, but she's infatuated. I see that.
The process has started.
Yeah. So no, there's in love and then there's love. Like love, you could love, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not infatuated with you. I love my mom. I'm not infatuated with my mom. Right. I love Princess. I'm not infatuated with her either, but at one point in time I was. Like that in love thing is like intense like. Yeah. And that's like, it can come and it can go, it can come, it can go. Right. That's why people will prematurely end their relationships because they think, oh, he doesn't give butterflies anymore. Oh, she doesn't do it for me anymore. Like, that can come and go.
It comes and goes.
Do the thing that lit the person up in the first place, and then it'll come back.
Right. It's facts.
But that's not the reason why you continue or in a relationship. So yeah, I would prefer just being by myself. And I know the benefit though, because she was an atheist when we met, and by the time, and I don't try and convert anybody, like I just share with them the truth. Like, yeah, this is the truth. What's up? This is what's up. I'm not a Christian. Right. I believe in Christ. I know that Jesus was real. Yeshua, he's a real person. He's the Son of God. He died for our sins. Yes, I know all of that. And I also know that you can die and burn or not burn. That's all up to you. They ain't got nothing to do with it.
Facts. That's
fully up to you. That part of the religion, it's specifically designed like that by the enemy to stop people from having the connection to God that they want. Because the religious people are just horrible. They're hypocrites. So it's like, I don't want to rock with that. Whoever your boss is, I don't want to rock with. All right. So, and it's designed like that by the enemy. Like God didn't create church. You know what I'm saying? The enemy does. All right. So I'm never trying to convert anyone at all, but it's just like when you're around certain vibrational beings, like, things rub off.
Yeah.
Whether it's low or high, you're around a miserable person, you end up leaving a little bit more miserable. With a happy person, you end up leaving a little bit more happy. All right. So, but at the end of our relationship, or toward the end of our relationship, she was saying things like, because she was trying to grow flowers, and she didn't have the green thumb, and she really wanted to grow flowers. Okay. And I was telling her about, like, hey, well, you can, this is how you can look it up and how you can, learn how to, when to water it, don't overwater it, blah, blah, blah. And left it at that, right? Yeah. The girl never did it, right? So then later on, she sends me a picture, like, oh my gosh, look, the flower. It's bloomed. It's the first I've had that actually bloomed. Wow. I was like, oh snap, did you start watering it? Did you look up? She's like, no. It's like, well, maybe God watered it. And I was like, wow. I was like, okay, I get it, God. Like, I get it. Wow. Because in monogamous, with Princess, I was with Princess at the time. Right? And I wouldn't even entertaining that girl. She would have never had the opportunity to meet someone that is a man of God, that actually not a hypocrite, and that's like comes from love and power, and is clear about things. That has actual answers about these cosmic things that people put blanket statements on that makes no sense. Right. So it's like, wow, that girl had an opportunity to get with you. Because of that, because you met her. Yeah, because of that. That's so it's like, okay, wow, okay, I understand, and every woman that I've been with has had an opportunity to get, in connection with God's grace and his wisdom and his care and things like that, and from an authentic place, not from some kind of control mechanism or some kind of fear-based thing. Right. So I understand that. And there are a lot more queens and potential queens out in the world than there are kings. Right. There's lots of boys, a whole bunch of men, few good men. Yeah. Even fewer great men, and even fewer kings. That's facts. Like, we're not all kings. No, right? It's a rarity. Like, it's a rarity. So now, and the likelihood of a king or even a great man meeting a king to like raise their vibrations so they are also kings and living in their kingship, right? Living in their servitude, because that's what a king is. A king is not a ruler. A king is a server of his people. First, number one job of a king is to serve his people.
That's right.
That European version of kingdoms, that is a bastardization of what the role of a leader really is.
Right.
Like, you got to be serving. It's not their job to serve you. It's your job to serve them.
Facts.
It's the only reason why you're not out there in the fields doing that stuff. Because there's a management of those fields that actually is prevalent. You know what I mean? A management of when do you go to war? When do you not go to war? When problems come into the community, can you deal with them? You can't deal with them. You don't know how to deal with those things, and you don't have people around you that can deal with those things in integrity. Your kingdom will fall. That's why the kingdoms fall the way that they do, right? You know, so like, but it's very rare for us as kings to get together and learn from each other.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know,
that's
most
true.
of us, even if they are potential kings, because that's their lineage, that's their birthright, right? That we're disconnected from, but it's still there. You see them, right? You see them doing right here. You have this podcast. That's a kingly thing to do. You're creating something for people to get something from. You're giving opportunities in the abstract. You're sowing royal oats into the world for the hopes of doing what? Making money? No, making a difference. You're making a positive impact.
Right.
Right?
I appreciate
different
that.
calling. Everybody does not have that calling. There's lots of YouTubers. There's lots of podcasts. What is their purpose though?
Right.
You know what I mean? Where's their energy coming from? It's a different purpose. It's a different energy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So those are the things that, like, it's rare for a female to come across a male that is vibrating at that level frequency.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So then now you're gonna have so many women out there that are just not, they have no chance of having any kind of kinship or relationship that is gonna be fulfilling to them in the way that God would want it to be filled for them, which is the best possible way.
Right.
Don't have it available. However, a woman could follow under a king's leadership. A regular woman could become a great woman and then a queen under a king.
Under a king, that's facts.
Right? So it's still possible, but it's very rare usually for a woman to have a king learn to be a king, because they usually don't have all of those capacities and those things that to separate a king and a queen from. It's a slight difference.
Right.
Right. It's not like this.
Right.
There are certain roles. There's certain roles.
Right.
Right. Yes, they both protect, but there's a difference of protection. Like, they both protect. Like, yeah, the woman can be like, hey, the cops are coming, right? They trying to get your man. She can be like, hey, no, she can stand in front. Don't shoot him. Don't shoot the man.
Right.
Right? But that's different than if bears are coming, or a bunch of random dudes are coming, right? He's not got to step in front of her.
Right.
Right? So yes, a woman can protect. But like, it's protected from the possibility of violence. When the actual violence is there, he's got to protect.
Exactly.
When it's real.
It's real.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a slight, it's there. It's there. And if that king is not following the Most High, then his leadership is not, everything trickles downhill. So his leadership is gonna bring you off.
That's facts.
Right? So it's just so rare that polyamory is a practical solution to all of these women that are out there, potentially great women, right? To have that experience so they can blossom and be who they really want to be.
Right.
Right? It's just more practical.
That's facts.
And you know, most of these dudes that aren't supposed to, like, let's say every single human being in the world said, you know what? Yeah, let's try this polyamory thing. Let's just let go of monogamy as the core, right? Okay. And let's do the polyamory thing. But we're going to go back to our authentic judgments.
Okay.
Like authentic assessments of the situation. Women, you do what you were made to do. You are the choosers. We're not the choosers, bro.
Right. That's true.
Y'all got the power. Y'all the ones that's supposed to say, hey, yay, you can get it. No, you can't get it. Yay, you can get it. No, you can't get it. No, 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 no. Yes. No. Yes. Right? That's how it will go.
Yeah.
Right? But all of those no's got tired of one time. It's a history. I'll give you a little history, right? People out there, all of those knowers, they got tired of being known to. So they went off, created their own little society, took the power away from the women in their society, created money, right? The coin and all that stuff like that. They took the power away from the women so that the women would then need them to survive. Wow. Because without them, they would die. Wow. That's how that worked. That's how you have all of these dudes that, come on, man. Do you think Melania, as beautiful as she is, wants to be with Donald? We all know the answer to that.
Right. It's true.
To her because of the society and the way it's been set up. And we've fallen into it. We have subscribed to it. But the great thing about free will is we can unsubscribe.
That's true.
And start being with people and breeding more of them, the negative beings, and making more and more and more. And men, we got to be more selective. Right? We got to be selective. Like, yo, we can't give everybody access to us because they will take it and ruin it. Like, you got Samson and then you got Delilah.
That's
Samson,
facts.
Powerful man, and taken down because of his of his attraction and of his susceptibility to his woman. It's the blame. It's him. It's on him. It's on us. Right? You got all these baby mamas and baby daddies. Yeah, I understand why the dads aren't necessarily inside the house, because the woman is cantankerous and it's better for him to be outside of the house than in the house. Right. But he chose to lay with her in the first place.
That's it right there.
You know, it's like, bro, like, I'm no holier than thou. Like, yeah, I'm enlightened, but bro, I'm just now more aware of how a dumbass I've been my entire life. That's all it is.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's all it is. I am no different than any other being there. Me, Buddha, freaking with Siddhartha, right?
Yeah.
Moses, all of us, Solomon, we the same. We just got varying degrees of intelligence, wisdom, understanding, experience, whatever, execution, right? We just got varying different abilities, but we all the same. We all talk to the Most High. We all ignore the Most High. We all listen to the Most High when we do.
Facts.
Even the demon worshippers talk to and listen to and hear the Most High.
Facts.
Because even the demon worshippers struggle. That's why they upset and sad and angry and aggravated.
Dang.
All right, so you know the idea that, man, you know, we got a little bit off of polyamory, but it's the understanding of like, well, how could polyamory exist with integrity within our society as a world? Right. Is men who have the capacity to have more than one, right, should have, you know, master those skills that they have, and then they should have, and those that shouldn't. There are women that can do that. There are women that can actually have multiple men and have all of the relationships with integrity, or multiple women. They can have multiple women with integrity. Right. And there are women who, you shouldn't be with nobody.
Yes.
That's the majority of us, right?
That is so true.
Polyamory is a solution to most of the problems that we have in society. It's not the main solution or the overall solution. Right? Because there are underlying solutions that we as human beings, we got to learn how to work with each other, work with ourselves. First, identify what we are. You know, identify that we are spirits, and then come from that place dealing with our mind. Not listening to our mind, but we're dealing with it like, oh, okay, I hear you, and I'm going to do something else. Thank you for sharing, but I'm going to do something else. Right? And then learning all of that stuff and mastering all of that stuff, and then we can start adding on with other human beings.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? And then from there, once you got the skills to if you can juggle one ball, maybe then you get it good, then you can start juggling two. Right. Juggle two, now you can start juggling three. Right. You know, I got the capacity for four. Any more than four, one of them are going to be having a less experience. Yeah. Now, if I have one, she's going to have access to me the time that she's going to have access to me. And the time she's not going to have access to me, she ain't going to have that time. Right. Because I got time for myself that I want.
And that's facts.
Because that's one of the concerns. Like, well, but then if you got all that time and attention, first of all, you're not due time and attention. Right. You have to be appreciative of it. Change your energy to gratitude and appreciation, not and obligation. Right? You are not entitled to their time. They're not entitled to your time. Right. We're just sharing. We're choosing to share what we're sharing with each other. Have respect for self and respect for other selves that are out there. When you're in line with that, then you can start to embrace the core values of polyamory, which is the concept that, hey, maybe one person isn't the only person that you need in your life.
Right.
I mean, we all got a concept of that, but we're not embracing it. You know, there's that guy who just loves to sit around and be the simp.
Yeah.
You know, he gets something out of that. You know, but the question is, does it benefit the woman in a significant enough manner for him to simp? If so, simp away.
You know what I'm saying?
Open up your hands. Have these guys send you on trips around the world. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But don't breed with them, because then you're going to make more.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like what you're saying about the polyamory with the men being kings and stuff, or, you know, I feel like if guys, you know, the world would be a lot more of a better place if there were a lot of guys that were, you know, figuring out who they are, you know, walking in their purpose, you know, walking with the Most High, and, you know, really being the best selves that they can be. Because then if they were, then the relationships that they get in, you know, it'll be a lot better. It'll be a way more positive experience for others. And you're spreading that instead of just being this broken person, staying that way, and then getting with all the, you know, going across spreading this negativity and your brokenness to all these other potential queens. But now they're
now you made them to jaded women.
Yeah, they're all tainted with whatever you just.
Yeah. Now they scorned, and hey, as the saying says, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. You know, so you don't want to give a woman, you know, all of this animosity to deal with, because she can't deal with it with how most men will deal with it, which is we take it out on physical, you know, violence or anger and stuff like that. They'll go emotional with it. They'll crush you.
Right.
They'll seek to crush. They'll seek to demolish. They'll seek to break down societies. They'll seek to break down things. That's why you have, you know, I'm not saying that the women are out of place with their anger with the world, because, I mean, the world sucks from more than anything. All right? They're on the bottom rung.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And men are responsible for the majority of the calamities that have happened in the world.
Right.
You know, so, but it's balance. Like, blaming someone doesn't really make the difference, because, like, look, if every single woman just said, you know what, until y'all get this right, ain't none of us giving in.
I bet you a lot of dudes get their stuff together.
Get it together.
Quick, dude.
There will be some dudes that will try and, you know, take the women and rape. That's already happened.
Right.
But if they're all on one accord, and remember, there's more of them than us, and yes, we are more powerful than them, like as in physically, but they're more powerful in the space of they can move a man's heart.
That's facts.
So much more easier than a man can move another man's heart.
That's facts.
And be like, look, babe, if you do this, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna get you that girl over there that you like. We both gonna get together. We're gonna give it to y'all. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna get all this stuff. If you get this thing together, you do this thing, then cool. You and him, y'all get together, y'all start that business, y'all get it done. Boom, I'm gonna get you this girl. We gonna get him a couple women too.
Right.
Tell me them two dudes ain't gonna be rocking out that business like,
hey, they're gonna be starting it up by next week.
Come on, come on, you know, like they gonna get it right.
That's facts.
Y'all look up Bonobo Chimps, all right, and see that's really a female-led society, because they say and they run it by sex.
Right.
They have sex like hello.
Right.
Right? They have sex like goodbye. Right? They greet with sex.
Dang.
Right?
Dang.
But if them dudes start warring, they withhold the sex from them.
Wow.
And them chimps, hey, the males, they, as much as the testosterone as they got, they're like, all right, you know what? Let me just chill.
Yeah.
Right? They just chill because they have a lot of resources. They have, like, you know, they live in the jungle, but the place is very plentiful. They got plenty of food to eat.
Right.
Got to supplement by killing other animals to other chimps and stuff like that. What you fighting over resources for? Now you just fighting. You know, there's no more resources to fight over. Now you're just fighting over who's the coolest and who's the strongest. Nah. Well, we determine who's the coolest and the strongest. How about that?
Right.
So now you don't get to beat him.